What's up guys, I'm Brogan, and today in this video we are jumping into this product right here. This is the MinisForum N5 Pro, and at first glance this looks like a premium 5-bay NAS, but inside this thing is basically a full-blown PC and media server all rolled into one. And it's actually running off of the AMD Ryzen AI9HX Pro 370, which is a 12-core, 24-thread processor built on the Zen 5 and Zen 5C architecture. This actually boosts speeds up to 5.1 gigahertz as well, which is absolutely insane for a NAS. That means it can handle multi-user access, stream multiple files at once, and is capable of ultra high-speed audio and video decoding without lag. Now for the average user, this is the type of product that you would use to store your entire digital life. Think movies, photos, 4K video footage, backups, all in one central place. You can log in from a phone, from your computer, or even your TV, pull files instantly. It's basically your own private cloud, and it's way faster than typical cloud storage. Now, as cool as that is, we can make it even cooler. If you're a retro gamer or into retro video game emulation like I am, this thing right here becomes an absolute monster. With the power inside this box, you can use it for not only a huge ROM library or network server, but you can actually run a full gaming operating system like Batocera directly on this with unlimited storage capacity. In fact, we can go up to 144 terabytes on this single unit right here. Imagine all the amazing games you can play. You can play GameCube, you can play Wii, Wii U, Nintendo Switch, you can play PS3, Xbox, Xbox 360, and so much more, and you don't even have to connect this over to a PC. This is your PC. This is your storage and PC all built into one, and that's what we're going to use it for today in this video. So we're going to unbox this. We're going to see what this has to offer. We're going to set this thing up, and then we're going to dive into a bunch of games so I can show you guys how you can make a massive library of retro games and even AAA games right from this unit right here. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start opening this up. All right, so inside the box, we've got 4 different things. We've got the actual unit itself right here. We've got this compartment, which we're going to go ahead and open up. I believe this is the power supply cable. So it's one part of the power supply cable right here. Inside this, we have a little cover right here. We have this box over here. We've got the board that we have to go ahead and install. We have the other part of our power supply cable connection right there. We have an Ethernet cable that's provided for us. We have an HDMI cable that's provided for us. We have a bunch of different set screws inside here. We have another cable connection. Now here's the actual unit itself, all metal on the outside, so super durable, very much a premium product. Definitely got some weight to it as well. We've got our 5 bays across the front here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In order to go ahead and access each of these bays, all you're going to do is you're going to reach in here like so. You're going to pull this tab back towards you, and then you can actually go ahead and lift out the bay. So this is where you'll go ahead and you'll add your hard drive in here. You can put a wide range of different capacity hard drives in here. Once you install them in place, all you have to do is just simply slide the bay back in, lock it in place like that right there, and you are good to go. So 5 different bays, we can get up to 144 terabytes on here, which is insane. So down here across the bottom, we have our power button. We have a bunch of LED lights. We have a USB-C cable connection right here. We have a USB 3. Now, if we go to turn this around completely, you'll notice that neither side has any ventilation. It's all just metal on the outside, but the back side, the entire top part, is all ventilated. So we have 2 cooling fans built in here. So we should get exceptional cooling based on the layout here. Now, across the bottom, we have all of our available ports. So on the right-hand side, we have our power supply cable connection. We have a USB 2 port. We have 2 Ethernet ports, USB 3. We have an HDMI port, Oculink port, and we have a USB 4 port. We also have a reset button in here as well. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over to the front. I'm going to actually pop this open, and we're going to drop in here one of our hard drives, and we're going to actually get Batocera up and running on this thing. All right, so I've gone ahead and installed a 14 terabyte hard drive inside here. We're going to go ahead and insert that right in place. Now we also have a cover for this. That's right here. Go ahead and remove that. And what's nice is this simply sits right on there just like so. Finishes it off beautifully. Now we also, of course, have the ability to go ahead and install SSDs inside here as well. In order to do that, you're going to flip this whole thing over. You're going to remove the 2 screws down here at the bottom, and you'll be able to pull this entire front compartment off and install your SSDs inside. So power supply cable is going to go down here on the end. We're going to grab our HDMI cable right here. We're going to go ahead and put that into the HDMI port. And now it's time to actually fire this thing up. All right, guys, I've got Batocera loaded up, and you can see it boots instantly thanks to the CPU power and fast storage. Now let's dive into some games and see what the actual performance is like on here.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
guys, you got to see what the performance is like using this for gaming, and it's exceptional. This basically brings a gaming PC and storage together into one single unit. We have the 5 bays here, so you can get massive amount of ROMs on here. So you can add them in here simply for storage. You could do the same with videos, music, any type of files that you want to store. You can do that with this product. But for gaming, I would just bring in all of my ROMs and not only use it for just storing ROMs, but I would use it for Batocera. And instead of just storing those ROMs, I'd be able to access those ROMs, play those games effectively all from this unit. We've got the 5 bays here. We can install SSDs internally on here as well. And we have a lot of different port options on the outside. We have 2 on the front here, even more on the back. So say I have an SSD that I wanted to pull some ROMs from and add them into the mix over here. I just go ahead and make a connection from that external SSD to this via USB-A or Type-C cable connection, and I'd be able to effectively go into Batocera, hit F1 on my keyboard, and I'd be able to go ahead and access that external source, pull those ROMs over into this, and add everything right onto the bays that are inside here. So love the capabilities here. You can really make this a massive setup, up to 144 terabytes, which is huge. That means you could add every GameCube game, every Wii game, every PS2, PS3 game. You can go down the list and just add all your favorite games for each of your collections onto this. You don't have to deal with 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabytes, etc. You could have 144 terabytes for a massive gaming setup. So love what this product offers, the performance. You got to see the games and how they run directly from this. So again, we're not just storing ROMs on here. We're able to access and play those ROMs right from this setup here by connecting this right over to a TV or monitor effectively. Because we have all those ports, we can bring our controllers into the mix here. We can have a wired cable connection, wireless cable connection through USB dongle. So everything that you would get from a gaming PC or a mini PC is possible right on here with this massive storage. So to learn more about this product, click the link in the description of this video. It's not cheap, but it is super high end, and it is a way to make your setup the biggest and baddest setup out there today. So learn a little bit more about this product, click those links. That's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.